from Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, New York. Got some big news. It's going down. Lee versus Triple G, Madison Square Garden, March 18th. It's finally here. Sorry for the wait. Just had to straighten a couple things out, but it's finally here. I'm excited. I'm ready to shock the world. BK, let's do it.
All right, there you have it. Brooklyn's own Danny Jacobs talking about the Golovkin announcement. It's a done deal. I put out a video a little bit ago, a Canelo video, and I'll let you guys know I've been out for about a week now. My voice was completely gone. I mean, like when I opened my mouth, it was like a hissing, like I could not even talk. I mean, it's just nothing would come out, and it's coming back now. It's been a hellacious week. My mom was in a hospital. I got like deathly ill. And yeah, but there's just a ton of boxing going on right now, and it's like killing me. Like I'm just like dying to cover it. So I've been putting a lot in our group, in the Facebook group. But like I said, now I can talk a little bit. I'm going to try to get out a few videos while I can, and hopefully tomorrow, when I wake up, my voice will be back. Excuse me. But this is how we do it. We're not quitters. If it kills me, I will get the videos out. I want the channel to be to go far. I know it's a good channel, and I appreciate all the support out there. The channel's doing really good. So I'm gonna give it my all. Like right now, I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning making a video. But really, that's the passion. That's the passion for boxing I have right there. But all right, look, man, I'm gonna make probably 10 different videos about this. And honestly, guys, I don't mean to be a party pooper or whatever, but I'm not excited about the fight. I mean, to me, it's a dressed up Dominic Wade. Okay, I mean Daniel Jacobs. I'm not I don't know if I call him a bum or a hype job. But just hear me out. Let's go over a few things. Back in 2010, Dimitri Pirog knocked him out round 7. Now, Robert Byrd, the referee, put his hand on his chest. Remember, he tried to get up, and Robert Byrd was like, no, 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 stay down, stay down. And, Jacobs, he was arguing with the referee after he got knocked down. He was like, I'm good, I want to go. But, yeah, I mean, he was out on his feet, I think, and I think if he would have gotten up, he would have got hurt. So, but there's a little bit of controversy with that decision by Robert Byrd, not allowing Daniel Jacobs to continue. Okay, so what do? They build up. They try to build up his record. They beef up. I mean, look at the fight immediately after that in 2010. Jesse Orta. I mean, this dude had 7 wins, 13 losses, and 2 draws. Okay. And then right after that, 2011, Robert Kilwer, this guy 11, 12, and 2. Josh Lutrin 13, 1 and 0. I mean, these are guys, I have no idea who these guys are, and I'm sure you don't either. But what they did was after that loss to a Prague, they basically tried to build his record back up. I mean, if you just look at it right here, all the way through. Okay, going up to then he got to the Fletcher. Okay, Jared Fletcher. Now Fletcher, that's where he won the belt. Okay, and I'm sure a lot of you guys already know this, but I just want to go over it with you anyway. On August 9th, 2014, Jacobs won the vacant WBA regular middleweight title with a 5th round TKO over Jared Fletcher. Okay, that's what we were just talking about right here. Jared Fletcher. Okay, now let's get into the meaningful fights. Okay, after Fletcher, bunch of bullshit fights, blah blah blah. Okay, then we get to the Sergio Mora fight. Now remember, round 1 was like round of the year. He knocked Mora down. Then Mora got back up, caught him with a right, knocked him down. I mean, it was a great round 1. But again, and I want to talk about. I guess I'll bring it up now. The way, I mean, Jacobs, man, he is so careless, and I don't like how he keeps his hands, his guard right at his chest. He's coming in and he's got his guard at his chest. If he does that with Golovkin, he's going to get just knocked the hell out, probably round 1, round 2. Okay, but that was the Mora fight. Now, remember right after that fight, Mora wanted a rematch. Sorry. Let me continue on. Round two. Okay, round one, hell of a round, probably round of the year. Round two, uh, it's pretty even. I think Jacobs was getting the best of Mora. Then he knocked him down. He broke his ankle, and I mean, I've watched the video like they did like a close up. I mean, you could see his ankle broke, and he couldn't continue. Now, Sergio Mora, he thought it should be a no contest. He said, well, if it's before the fourth round, I can't continue, then it should be a no contest, not a win. I want a rematch. And Jacob said, no, no rematch. I mean, he immediately said, no rematch. We're moving on. You had your shot. Too bad. Okay. Then he moves on to Peter Quillen. Okay. And we remember what happened there. Round one, just annihilated Quillen. Caught him, and then Quillen got back up, got him again, and but again, he went in careless, went in reckless, and it kind of shows you, you know, look, a good boxer, man, when they're good at their craft and what they do, even when they know they have a guy in trouble, they're not going to come in wild and crazy. And that's what he did. He did just like he did with Mora, and got knocked down. In the first fight. Okay, same thing with Peter Quillen. I mean, it looked like like a bar brawl, man, like a street fight. I mean, he was just like throwing these wild shots, to try to get him out of there. And then, of course, like I said, round one knockout, Peter Quillen, and I think he caught him cold. I would like to see what happens in a rematch with Quillen and Jacobs. But moving on to, again, Sergio Mora, a guy, he claimed he would never fight again. You had your chance. I want to thank God for my victory. He gave that whole speech. And then, in order to duck Golovkin, like he had been doing now for about 2 years, about 2 years he's been ducking Golovkin. At that point, okay, fought him again. Won a TKO, and I think again that was a round 7 TKO, if I remember right. So, long story short, finally the sanctioning bodies, the stars aligned. These guys, they've got to fight. Okay, and really, I kind of give a lot of credit to the sanctioning body because I know they pushed for the fight, and but then you have Al Heyman protecting Jacobs, but his protection can only go so far, and so now now we got the fight, and like I said, I'm not too crazy excited about it. Now Golovkin, on the other hand, just a little bit, I want to get in with Golovkin here. I'll let you look at that picture real quick. With Golovkin, okay, man, he's creeping up on that 20 title defense, and I thought about something today. Okay, I think, now you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Dominic Wade was 16 title defenses, and then 17 was Kell Brook, 18 will be Daniel Jacobs, and then we know Golovkin will fight 3 times in 2017 before the Canelo fight. So, in other words, the 20th title defense to tie Bernard Hopkins will be against Canelo Alvarez. So I think that's kind of cool. If everything goes as planned, Golovkin will tie the record against Canelo Alvarez for Bernard Hopkins. Now, real quick, speaking of Bernard Hopkins, what the hell happened in that fight? Okay, look, this, I got a ton of respect for Bernard Hopkins, but really, I mean, this is why old men do not need to box. I mean, he fell out of the ring like an old person falls downstairs. I mean, it just reminded me of like my granddad falling down. It's like embarrassing. It's like, oh shit, he fell down again, I mean, seriously, like he just like bloop, fell out the ring, and then he wants to stand there and argue with people about what just happened like some crazy old man. I mean, really, it reminded me of some old man that falls down in Walmart and then wants to argue with everybody about what just happened, I mean, Bernard, like I said, nothing but respect, but damn, Bernard Hopkins, time to call it quits, okay? And again, like, I got nothing but respect for B-Hop. I don't like the way, he's handling the Canelo situation, but I think Oscar De La Hoya is, the head honcho around there, so you can't put too much of the blame on Hopkins, so... But yeah, Joe Smith. Now it's kind of funny. A little side note: right after the fight, Joe Smith wanted Bernard Hopkins. He wanted his autograph. He went up to him and got his autograph. But just showing respect, which is pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool of Joe Smith. But yeah, Bernard Hopkins. I mean, lost to Kovalev. I mean, if you look at the names on his resume, Chad Dawson twice. I mean, I know it was a loss and a no contest. Jean Pascal, a win and a draw. Roy Jones Jr., guys like Kelly Pavlik, Joe Colazzi, Ronald White, Antonio Tarver, Jermaine Taylor, fought Jermaine Taylor twice, lost to Jermaine Taylor twice, but, back in 2004, Oscar De La Hoya, I mean, and then Trinidad. I mean, you look at this resume, it's incredible, and with the 20 title defenses and, like I said, Golovkin creeping up on that. But and really, I'm going to make a video about Bernard Hopkins and leading up. And I'll probably start with the Trinidad fight back in 2001, September 2001, and go all the way up to the Joe Smith knockout. So, and on a side note, guys, I'd like to know, what do you think about Joe Smith? I mean, this dude is 23-1. Now he does have one loss, but I mean he's coming out of nowhere, man, just like a hurricane. Knocked out Fonfara TKO, and that was considered a knockout. Bernard Hopkins, so yeah, I mean I'd like to know what you guys think. And now, as far as that loss, it was in 2010. Joe Smith, like I said, he has one loss. It was back in 2010. And it was like his, I think, fourth or no, maybe like his fifth fight, probably fourth or fifth fight. So he was new to the game, and he lost a fight. That happens, and a lot of times these guys will lose like early on in their career. But I don't see anyone beating him anytime soon. And I think eventually this guy's going to be at the top, man, for real. Like, he's just an incredible talent, and a hidden talent, so. But anyway, getting back to Jacobs and Golovkin, and again, people, I apologize for my voice. It is very hard to talk. But look, okay, so to sum it up, the way I feel about the fight, like I said, I'm not excited about it, and I want to show you an article that really does kind of sum up the way I feel. And I read the original paragraph, and I'm like, okay, yep, that's what I think, But this Boxing 24, Boxing 24, if you guys haven't checked them out, check them out. I mean, they're hit and miss. Sometimes I agree, sometimes I disagree, and I don't like just going over articles. I like giving you my own personal opinion, which I kind of just did, but due to the circumstances, I just want to read this to you. So, okay. And like I said, if I could write an article, it would pretty much look like this article right here. Okay, Gennady Golovkin, Daniel Jacobs are going to fight March 18th at Madison Square Garden on HBO pay-per-view. What isn't to like? And he wrote, well, lots. Like there's a lot not to like. Okay, Triple G and Jacobs knocked out their opponents one day apart, and it took until mid-December to make a fight. Ordered in early September, par for the course, with Al Heyman advising fighters. In other words, it took too damn long to negotiate and get the fight made, and it did. Because I mean, Al Heyman, he didn't want to pony up Daniel Jacobs because he knows what's going to happen. I mean, he's getting knocked out, and I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm going to make, like I said, a ton of videos and a prediction video where I'll really break it down. Really break it down for you guys. But I'll tell you why he's going to lose, and I'll tell you why in the video. And number one, he's careless. Number two, he's got a glass chin. Number three, his defense is all wrong. I mean, his styles make fights, and he is all wrong for Golovkin. I mean, he's hittable, very, very hittable. And Golovkin, it takes one punch with that guy, man, and you're out. So, I gave you three reasons right there, but I'll break it down in the video. Jacobs held all the leverages because Golovkin's goal is all the middleweight belts. I mean, we know Gennady Golovkin, he wants the belts, okay? Any pulling out or making of different fights means Golovkin is stripped of the WBA belt, and Jacob wins without throwing a punch. No way Jacobs makes the fight at that point. Now, right here, it goes on to say, he was wanting a 40% cut. He was trying to price himself out. They renegotiated. Basically they renegotiated and got the deal done. So, uh, and the article goes on to talk about the Parag fight, basically the history that we just went over. And let's see, I'm going to get to the very last paragraph here because I don't want to read the whole thing to you. My voice would probably completely go out. Okay, to answer the question of how Jacobs can win, it involves completely reinventing his style. Um, it can't be done. He's too comfortable with standing straight up and keeping his hands low. Remember what I just said. His hands are at his chest, always at his chest. His hands aren't fast enough to keep Golovkin from pressuring him. Pressure fighters like Parag showed that Jacobs can be crowded and knocked out with a clean shot to the chin. If Jacobs lasts more than 5 rounds, he should be very proud. Jacobs and his team know all this, and that's why a fight that was ordered in the second week of September took until December to be made. Okay, and that's pretty much what I think, guys. I mean, like I said, I think it's another Dominic Wade. Really, when it comes to Golovkin, it's like when am I going to get excited about a fight? I mean, even the Canelo fight, I guess, yeah, that would be it. That would be the fight that I would really, really get excited about. But this fight here, I'm not excited about it, and I wouldn't be excited about a Billy Joe Saunders. Now, the only thing I would like about a Golovkin Saunders fight is Billy Joe Saunders is such a damn punk that I would love to see Golovkin knock him out. It would just be that satisfaction of that, the loudmouth, getting knocked out. That would be great. But as far as like legacy and where is he at on the pound for pound list and all that, Billy Joe Saunders, he's nothing. I mean, he's holding the WBO hostage, and it's a matter of time before the guy loses it, and we all know that. So really, you got Canelo Alvarez, which now Canelo Alvarez apparently fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., but he's a 154-pound fighter, but now he's a number one contender in another fight. But it's so crazy what's going on with that guy. It's like I can't keep up. I can't keep up. I'm sitting here trying to think about like maybe Canelo and the Charlo twins, or maybe a Canelo Irizlandi Lara rematch. And then they're like, oh no, now he's the number one contender at middleweight for Billy Joe Saunders. And I'm just like, what the hell are you talking about? Like they need to make up their mind. But then he's going to completely bypass middleweight, go up to 168 pounds and fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I can't keep up with this guy. So I don't know. Anyway, guys, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, I'm trying, guys. Like I said, I've been dying to put out a video. It's hard to talk and it's hard to think. So, if my videos aren't too great right now, I apologize. But it's hard enough to talk, much less, think in a clear way. So, and remember, hit that little bell right there. So when we put out a video, you'll get a notification. January, we have the new editing software coming in, so we're going to edit our videos. I mention it in every video, so that way they're a little more professional, visually appealing, that kind of thing. Right now we're just building up the channel. So all right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you excited about the fight? Do you even care? I don't. So just let me know in the comment section. Counterpunch Boxing, we are out. Thank God, because I'm going to bed.